Hello and welcome to another Let's Play of Civilization 6, where today we're playing as Matthias. I'm going to pick up where we left off in the last episode. I don't think there's much that I can do in the way of introducing this episode. Like, we've gotten to the part where... Oh, she's upset that I have horses going through here. We've gotten to the part of the game where it's basically just phoning it in. Like, I could go ahead and settle a few more of these cities. I'm not sure that I really should. I'm going to go ahead and do it anyway. At least get myself prepared to do that. 5 turns for a settler. I suppose that's probably right. I think getting the bath is actually more important right now. Just to get my existing empire online a little quicker. That's going to be what's most important. Is to make sure these cities are prepped and ready to go to do all kinds of projects. And we're working towards nationalism so we can get another governor promotion. We've got another great person, which is James Young. He reveals oil on the map. That's great. I'm about to settle some cities. That's what I want to do. There's a boost to sanitation and electricity, which we're about to get. And so now I can build a dam, which will give my city some power. Okay, so we can build actual things in here. We don't have to rely on building builders. So I'm going to go ahead and get my amphitheater and my art museum going. I'm really upset about the great person thing, because I thought that, or the Sweden thing, because I thought it gave you diplomatic victory points, but I guess they reworked the game. Or maybe it never did and I just didn't pay attention. I thought it did. For sure thought it did. Because that's one of the things that makes Sweden such a great diplomatic victory player. But, oh well, I'm not going to cry over it too much. Oh no, I'm winning this game, but not as fast as I thought I was. Whatever, dude. So we're running Wieselbanken, that's the right call. We're running Charismatic Leader. I don't know if that's the right call anymore. Maybe Merchant Confederations is actually right, but I think I'd rather have more envoys. Let's see, 20% more envoys versus gaining extra gold. I think getting more envoys is going to be helpful, because the more envoys I have, the more ability that I'll have to get diplomatic favor. As a matter of fact, didn't I just take the card that says that levying things costs half as much? Where was that? I forgot where that is. Was that a wonder? Hold on, this is gonna bug me until I figure it out. So it turns out it was the tier 2 government, which I'll probably be getting, but I think I'm going to prioritize building this first. There is something to be said about going ahead and getting that online so I can continually levy militaries, but it's actually, I've looked into it, it's not that expensive at all. I think we want to remain suzerain of Hong Kong for sure, because getting 20% production towards city projects is really good, and I think I'm willing to pay this price for it. It's going to be... This is enough in the bank to go ahead and buy the lighthouse and the shipyard in... in Dioscure once I get it there. So I might as well go ahead and get a couple more envoys in this city-state. So now I should have... I should have 5 in here. And once I get that tier 2 government, then I'll continually use my gold to start buying the military of city-states and make sure that I outclass all the other AIs in terms of suzerainties. This is a suzerainty heavy build. As a matter of fact, is it worth it to go ahead and switch away from 10 culture per turn to get up to 40 gold per turn? That's probably worth it at this point. Let's go ahead and swap in triangular trade again. No, it's probably not worth it, actually. We're not going to confirm any changes. We're going to go as we are. This horseman is going to try and find his way into Pedro's empire. And we're good. Actually, let me check my relationship with Sweden really quick and see if we can do anything about it. So I could get back up to -5 by giving her... I could trade with her. Oh, she's already got elephants, so I am trading with her, actually. Well, I'm just going to have a bad relationship with her. I think I have enough alliances to be okay for the game. Obviously, being allied with every player would make the game easier, but I think that I'm still doing okay. So our alliance with Philip needs to be renewed. Let's actually ask for an embassy, and let's ask for an alliance. Ooh, not a war. Declare friendship. That's what I need. And then alliances. What was our previous alliance? I think it was a military alliance. Let's cover a religious alliance. Sure. All right. We need to ask for embassies everywhere. Embassy, yes. Because the Chancery asks us to do this. Let's look at my favorable trade deals to them. Trade routes between our nations. So we've done everything we can to impress her besides build walls. Maybe if I went ahead and bought some walls for faith. Because I am running a little bit of faith. But why not? She's not going to be impressed by ancient walls at this stage in the game. I suppose building the mausoleum wouldn't be such a bad idea if they're not going to build it, I might as well. Past is a good place to build it. Although both of these tiles are going to be Chichen Itza tiles. I could also build it in Szeged or Miskolc. Miskolc would be an okay place to do it. But Miskolc has something actually useful to do, like build a thermal bath. 18 turns for this bath, we're not going to be doing that. No way. No way, Jose. Actually, there's no suitable place for the mausoleum here. What about Eager? Is there no suitable place for that either? No, there's not. I could build it in Pex. 12 turns for a mausoleum, and then that... it's just not going to be a very good mausoleum. Like, what is this going to do for me? It's going to be 1 science, 1 faith, and 1 culture on all coast tiles. Great engineers have an additional charge. But I only have 1 coast tile that I'm really working. It's not going to be worth it. We're going to finish the factory in here. We're going to just ignore the mausoleum this game. This is one of the few times where I'm like, wow, I don't have a good mausoleum. Okay, so we finished electricity. The next thing to get technically would be computers. I'm going to go ahead and tech towards that. I guess if I wanted to impress Tamar, I should go ahead and get medieval walls and then up to Renaissance walls. And then I might spend some time just building those up. I suppose that is the best thing to do, because the climate change is not actually happening anytime soon. And I've got a strong enough science that I'll be able to get computers long before climate change really sets in. And as a matter of fact, let's check. The next rise is expected in 728 turns, and only 2 people know how to even contribute to climate change. So like I said, we're going to purchase this thermal bath. But the first thing, the most important thing, is to go ahead and purchase the shipyard in here to get the city online. And how close am I to a shipyard here? I'm 60 gold, or a little bit of gold away. So let's actually sell Tamar some diplomatic favor, because she's apparently spent it. She's going to give me 6 gold now and 7 gold per turn. Oh, I was just trying to buy gold. Gosh, what am I doing? 10 gold per turn, so we need gold up front. How about 250 gold? How about 225 gold? How about 210 gold? How about 200 gold? That's fine with me. I really don't care. Give me my shipyard. Thank you very much. So now that I built a shipyard in here, I guess technically I've unlocked seaports. I could build a commercial hub next to the Wonder. Could build a theater square next to the Wonder. I think I'll go ahead and just build a seaport. And we'll build a library in Debrecen. Seaports aren't that good. They're not that important. But I don't want to start on the thermal bath. I want to buy this thermal bath. Should I go ahead and get a theater square? It's a +0 square, but it's not that bad. Yeah, let's just go ahead and buy a theater square in here. I suppose if I were playing optimally, I'd want to run harbor shipping, Let's trade with Eritrea. And I'm just going to put these boys to sleep. I really don't need anything with them. Actually, let's just automate their exploration. So go explore the world. And for you, I'm going to see what's up here. I really want to see if there's anything more about this settlement. There is a really good ley line city up here. If I just settled and just plop down for ley lines, wouldn't be so bad. Is it time to go for Machiavellianism? To get some spies? I don't think so. I don't think I really need anything. I think I'd rather run colonization for a minute, get a couple more settlers, and then go ahead and settle these cities. So we'll keep things as they are for now. Where am I going to be building these settlers? Out of Szeged, maybe? How long will it take to build a settler out of here? 15 turns, versus the capital is at 5 turns, and Esztergom is at 5 turns as well. In 2 turns, we'll drop everything and we'll build a couple settlers out of Buda and Esztergom. Yeah, so we're good. Thanks. No thanks. Gonna build this. And there's Preslov. Unfortunately, that is a city-state. It looks like he's went to war with Spain and he's really lost. They've just done a number on their city-states over here. Boy, they do not respect the concept of city-states. There's another city-state that we've met. There's Lisbon. I don't want to immediately send them a delegation. I think I'd rather wait for that double card. It's too late in the game for that to really be even important, I think. Yeah, we'll do that. And now we're getting a bunch more gold per turn. We don't want to harvest this. We definitely want to build a boat here. So there's a good factory. Or no, a good coal power plant, I mean to say. I think I'll just work on a settler out of here. Like, realistically, I could finish that theater square. But now that I've learned that I'm not going to get era score, I'm not going to get victory points for that, I might as well just go ahead and build the settler to get myself up these trees faster. I mean, get some more people online. Maybe I don't want to build a settler out of the capital because I have so many other things that I could build out of the capital. How long would it take to produce a settler in Ager? 7 turns. That's fine too. Let's just build settlers out of these cities here. And so that means I'm settling 3 cities. I could settle right here. It's a +4 harbor. Could settle right here. That's a +4. I think I will settle this because it's coal as well. As a coal is, not only is this a grassland coal mine, like the tile itself is good, but it also gives me coal for the rest of my empire. And then I'll have to worry about the power for this city later. Although I could also just run it unpowered forever. And then this city, the main advantage of this city is it has a +4 harbor. It has good tiles and it also has a ley line. And then up here, this city. So that's 4 cities that I've got my eye on. Because that's a +5 harbor. Maybe it's worth it to go ahead and buy the Reina promotion that gives me the ability to purchase districts. How many governor titles do I have? Occult research is not all that important. But if I grab tax collector, that's even more gold, and then contractor allows me to purchase districts with gold. So I could then potentially move Reina around and use her to buy these districts, which will take forever to get online. Those cities will definitely take forever to get online. So I think I'll settle the coal city first. I could take Kasa in the capital. It's also worth 2 envoys. Taj Mahal is a good one to grab because Taj Mahal literally never gets taken by the AI. Just never seen it taken. It has to be built next to a river, and I don't really want to give up any of my river tiles, honestly. Maybe I've finished this dam? Wow, it's been this long in the game and I still haven't built this dam. I think I should probably build this dam. I can buy this thermal bath. I can't actually buy the dam. There's too many decisions to make. I realize that I'm playing Civ right now, and I literally just said there's too many decisions. How much is +2 production in these cities? It's going to give me +2 production in 3 different cities, and the cities have... They already have decent production on their own because they've come into their own. I don't think this thermal bath is really worth prioritizing at this very second. I think the dam is probably worth prioritizing because it keeps my harbor, or it keeps my farms from being pillaged. And then I think the next thing to prioritize is probably the foreign ministry. If worst comes to worst, I can buy the art museum. Let's take the foreign ministry, and then let's take the thermal bath, and then let's take the art museum in that order. The Nobel Prize in Literature won't be happening for a little while. Although I wonder what the prize is now, because increase the accumulation of resources in cities with a university by 1. Do I have any of those? I do have coal. Whatever. I'm probably gonna win it, right? I'm in 2nd place. So I'd have to hustle for that, actually. Well, if it's not worth victory points, then it's not worth thinking about, really. That's the sad truth. I'm gonna come connect this amber. I'll probably buy the tile just to get it taken care of, so it's off of my mind. And yeah, I think that's turn. We wanted to build a farm here for sure. And then we'll have this builder come and get these fishing boats online in Ager. Because this builder's going to get the fishing boats in Miskolc online. Let's see, he has 3 charges. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. That's everything I needed. Yep. This horse, I could upgrade it to a black army for some arrow score. Why not? Don't need to upgrade more than 1. It doesn't really matter. I'm literally just trying to keep myself from going into a dark age. Okay, so we have maybe lost the swordsman. No, we got the clear on the camp. That's all we really need. These boats will start to rage against us. But we do have an ironclad around somewhere. Could levy Valletta's military and then use these caravels to take out these barbarians. Where is my ironclad? My caravel is over here. My ironclad is all the way down here. How did I get over here? Did I go... What the heck? How did he get here? Was he always over here? Is this the same ocean? No, it's definitely different. Oh, I see. The ice through the north of our continent gets us to that other side. Regardless, I'm going to need to clear out these barbarian ships before I settle those cities, so it's time to go ahead and start getting that in place. And we definitely want to build a coal power plant in this city, because it gives you an absurd amount of production. And this city, I'll build a market to get another trader. Well, actually, it won't give me another trader, but it will give me some gold, and then I'll get a bank. It's a great ley line up there. Let's see, there's a bunch of mines. There's no food in this city, so we'd have to build something for food. Like a shopping mall, or sorry, a neighborhood with a food mart, I think it is. It's probably not worth it to go up there. I'll just settle this city and be done with it. 2 ley lines is very attractive, but is it worth having a whole nother city in my empire? Probably not. We were going to buy this tile. And I think after this I will save up my gold for either A, getting these cities online, or B, the competitions and aid requests. What is she doing? She's hemorrhaging my diplomatic favor. What is happening? Like, how is she losing Diplo favor? I don't understand. Is it really sensible to continue giving her diplomatic favor knowing that she's just chipping it away? Like, what is she doing with it? She's selling it? Whatever. I'm just not going to worry about that. Okay, Debrecen. We need to build an alchemical society. We also need to build an alchemical society in here, but I think I'll take the settler first, knowing that the Nobel Prize doesn't really do anything for me. Also, we are pretty close to the lead of the pack. If I wouldn't have to spend that much time on projects in order to win it. But it's not something I'm interested in winning all that much. Like, being in the top scorers is just fine with me. I'm gonna look and see what our cities are like. This is a bunch of area, actually, that's unexplored. Maybe if I settled a city, like, right here on this tile. It's minus 20 loyalty per turn. I need to settle this one first. This is minus 17 loyalty per turn. But I think I could fix that. I could definitely get this city to grow pretty quickly. Just buy a granary and a loyalty thing, and maybe... yeah, just work on these food tiles really quick. Grab all the loyalty cards that I can get. If I settled both of these cities simultaneously and I worked both of them towards food, maybe I would stand a good chance because they're next to each other. 2 governors working extra food per turn. Buying granaries. I might have to do that in order to keep both cities, because if I settled both cities at the same time, then they certainly can exert loyalty pressure on each other. Could run the colonial loyalty card or whatever it is. Right. Not colonial offices. 15% faster growth and 3 loyalty per turn for cities not on your capital's original continent. So that'd be 8 from the governors, right? Then 3 from that card. So we're down to minus 6 loyalty per turn on this tile. That's tenable. Down to minus 9 on that tile, which can definitely be solved by growing. We'll probably settle both of those cities as our first 2, just to make sure we have them and just to get them in place. Although the coal is attractive as well. And I really don't need to settle those cities, it's just kind of like a fun thing to do. I'm going to automate the exploration now at this point. Same with this sword. As a matter of fact, if these swords are not going to be useful in any other way, I might as well just have them go clear out these barbarians. She's got bombards in the area. I wonder if she's trying to settle this land. She's technically the AI in the lead. We met another city-state. There's Granada. I think I'll go ahead and put at least an envoy into Granada, maybe? Great musician, great engineer, Eureka for combustion. What is the Eureka for combustion? It's something I don't know how to do for sure. Now that these cities are mature, one thing I can do is start getting these boosts with these cities. Where the heck is combustion? Rifling, economic steel, principal providing combustion, extract an artifact. Probably not. Inspiration for theology. I'm sorry. That ship has way sailed. Hey look, the wall's paid off. Too bad that I'm gonna get these pillaged. As a matter of fact, I might just put this builder on this tile and just have him hang out. I could actually buy medieval walls in here with faith. How much do they cost? 220 faith. Okay, maybe in a few turns. Industrial zone? No. It's a +3 theater square. Yeah, let's go ahead and just do that. Like 7 gold for a bank. Ooh. I have 4 envoys in the bank. What can I do with them? I don't think anyone's going to get anywhere close to me for Mitla, so I'm going to actually go ahead and move Amani from Mitla to another place where, like, for example, if I go to Granada, I can commit 4 envoys to becoming suzerain of Granada. And then I could just levy the military of Granada. It sounds like a plan. Yeah, so let's take our governors. Let's take Amani. Let's reassign her to Granada. Sure would like to see more of Tamar's empire. As a matter of fact, where are my ways that will do that? I'll just have, tell both of them to run through it. Gosh, that bug with the map is really obnoxious. I feel bad every time I trigger it. She's actually going for the Ruhr Valley. How close is she to any kind of victory? She's leading in science. She's getting 480 texts researched. She's nowhere near the science victory. Then again, I'm nowhere really near a diplomatic victory either. Boats, boats, boats. Let's get some boats. Is this a frigate? Yeah, this frigate is doing a lot of damage. Yeah, I'm just gonna use it. It's not a big deal. He'll pillage. That's fine. Where are my caravels? Sweden is actually settling this island. That's just fine with me, as long as she doesn't settle this one. And in Estragon, we finished our settler. Another good thing about settling up north first is that I'm avoiding all these funky barbarians. I guess our settler's coming out of Orbro first, but I want to get him onto the water. Yeah. I want to get him out of Szeged, but I'm not going to queue up his movement. Because, excuse me. I'm not going to queue up his movement because I know I'm sending him into difficult terrain with barbarians and all of the like. And we're ready for another trader, so that's going to be the highest priority unit. Just going to keep an eye on what's going on here with this one, and this sword's going to come over here. This caravel is very far from home. I really need you on this side of my empire. This builder can build this boat, and then can build that boat. Okay, we're good. She's mad at me because I'm recruiting great people. Okay, now we're actually officially in the lead for the Nobel Prize in Physics. Which is great. I always wanted a Nobel Prize in Physics. I should have gone for the expropriation card before I started building these settlers, but they're so cheap that it doesn't really matter. We have another governor title. I think it's probably worth it to get tax collector so I can buy all of these. Another thing I could do is go towards puppeteer. Puppeteer would double the number of envoys that I have in a city-state, and that will allow me to double the number of envoys temporarily, become suzerain, and then levy the militaries over and over, which I think is actually probably a little bit better than buying these harbors quicker. It does cost me 3 governor titles. I'm going to get 1 from the tier 2 government. I've got 1 just now. So it's either puppeteer or contractor. And I think with my gold game being as strong as it is, my gold game is really not going to be the thing that loses me the game. So those harbors are not essential. It's certainly going to be tough to get them online. But also keeping Reina in the same place is actually a little bit better for her. As a matter of fact, I probably should have moved her over to this city. But it really doesn't matter all that much. I was going to buy thermal baths in here. I really should have just built it at this point, because I'm going to need to spend this gold on these new cities. Oh well. I think I'm going to go for puppeteer on Amani, which means Spies operate at 3 levels below normal or accumulate strategic resources. I think probably this tree is a little bit better. So let's go for affluence and then foreign investor and then puppeteer. We definitely want to switch out cards. We're basically done producing settlers. We've got 2 coming out next turn. Right. So I could take out the settler card. We want to build 1 more settler. I think I'm going to take out the Trade Confederation card, because it's not as crucial anymore. And I will put in the loyalty card. Colonial offices is the one. And then I think I'll also take out conscription and I'll plug in Limitine so that I can just buy a quick military unit in these cities and raise the loyalty even further. I believe this strategy, this loyalty stabilizing thing, is something I've done before on the channel. Loyalty in the late game is really not that big a problem if you do it correctly, right? You do need to treat it like it's an important thing that's worth your attention. But it does not prevent you from actually getting what you want. Which is kind of cool. So we finished our settler out of here. I think I'm going to build 1 more settler. But if I build out of Orbro, it will take 10 or 8 turns. What else am I going to do in this city? It's basically done. I could build a seaport. I could finish this theater square. I think I'll get a settler. Because you have to think, if that, a settler is worth a little bit of culture, it's worth a little bit of science. Actually, let's take it for 6 turns out of here. Let's get our theater square going. This ironclad's gonna come over here and help with these barbarians. I need to get a chair that doesn't squeak. This trade route is bad, so I'm going to transfer it to maybe Orebro. And I'm just going to keep this sword around and preventing her from... So if she tries to come settle over here, I'll know it. I'm over here just to clear out barbarians and make sure that these are valid settles. So his agenda was heavy industry. That's cool because I have one of those. That frigate is really eating into that wall. We've got another great person. 1 promotion level and 50% combat experience to a military unit. Sure, why not? Gives me +1 in all of my ley lines. I think waiting around for admirals is really not the right move. You just, like, none of them are good. So why wait around for a good one? 6 turns for a campus in here, or 6 turns for another settler. I think maybe getting a spy is the right move. I think at least placing the campus is right. Let's go ahead and place the campus. I think I'm going to hard build the campus here because a spy doesn't really do anything for me other than get me more gold. And look at where I am gold-wise. I have so much gold that it's basically time to just start throwing gold at my fellow players as soon as they're like, hey, I have an emergency. And I have enough diplomatic favor to win the next Congress. So I think things are going so far so good. I've basically won the game at this point. No doubt in my mind. There was down previously. Like I was really looking at this and wondering. But turns out I got online quick enough. I'm going to move this admiral to the city where my ironclad might feasibly fight. Of course, now that he's in here, the frigate might be scared. And this trade route, I'm going to keep it safe and send this to Greece. Get 16 gold per turn. I could also send it to Stockholm for 12 gold per turn and an improved relationship. That's probably the right call. Just to make sure that I'm trading with her at least a little bit. Where are we going with this? She does have a settler, so she's probably moving that towards where I'm going. If she is, then that's okay. I really don't need any of these cities. We have a shot we can take. I think I'd rather get the kill with this frigate. Sweet. Oh, so we lost the Chichen Itza. That's okay. So we can dump all of our production into something else. Like perhaps the mausoleum. 2 turns for the mausoleum. So we didn't get the one wonder, let's get the other wonder. Sure, why not? And I think I've learned my lesson. I think I'm gonna hard build a thermal bath here. Because I'm gonna want to buy out for these cities. 13 turns for the Statue of Liberty. I'm gonna want to try to remember to move away from that when it gets close to being finished. And the reason is the AIs won't build it for a little while longer. And if I can go through at least one more Congress without having so many diplomatic victory points, they'll look at me and they won't say, hey, he's winning. And so I won't wind up losing diplomatic victory points. I might actually even be able to gain a couple victory points. So there's all of her empire found. Going to use this ironclad to sail the high seas and make sure that there are no barbarians around. It looks like things are mostly okay. Yeah, things are okay. I don't know why I didn't go to the north, because I actively have a settler in here. Yep, look at that. Oh, well. I'm going to have to spend a turn getting my ironclad up here and taking the settler back. Okay, in Orebro, I guess we built a seaport. +2 gold on all coast tiles for the city. No, that's not that worth it. It's definitely worth it in Pest. Let's go ahead and get an amphitheater. Start getting our culture game online. No barbarians on this island. I thought there would be more. The settler's coming over here and settling this thing. I'm going to keep my military in this area to protect the land that I want to settle. She's probably actually coming to settle this, which if she does, that's fine. Yeah, we lost our settler. Oh, did he scuttle that settler? Is that how this works? No, I think he takes it. No, he definitely killed my settler. I did not realize that that happened, but that is really frustrating, because I thought they would just capture the settler, but no, he killed it. Okay, well, good thing I have another settler as backup. Of course, the people who actually know the rules of this game are seeing me do this from a mile away and going, no. Oh well, I'll just build one more. I'm so far ahead, it doesn't matter. All of these cities are just gravy. They're just cities in a building because it's fun to do. Like, I gotta keep you at least somewhat entertained. If you're here, like, this is gonna be a long series, right? Like, there's the mausoleum. Great. We need to build a seaport in here to get even more gold. I'm gonna bring my admiral, see if I can put a halo on here. Turns out I can't. But we will definitely get vengeance for the settler that we lost. So in this city, how long would it take to make a settler? 10 turns. Let's take a trader for 4 turns. I'm gonna just fortify in her land. There's flight. Which gives me more tourism, so I can work towards my culture victory. And I think I needed to build one more settler, right? Because I just pwned myself. Yes, I've got those two headed to those 2 cities. I've built a 3rd settler right here, which is headed to this city. Should probably settle this city first. Gosh. And then this settler is my 4th one. Let's build a... we finished the campus. Let's build a library and then an alchemical society. Oh, we were going to promote Amani again. Let's grab foreign investor. And this ironclad's going to come protect these settlers because I learned that that's an important thing to do. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a barbarian just in the water right in front of these settlers. I'm gonna have to like cross my fingers. I think my policies are pretty okay right now. So I'm gonna take the next turn. Oh yeah, we totally want a friendship with him. We need to renew our alliance. Thank you for noticing, Pericles. Let's take our economic alliance. Pay me a bunch. 15 gold per turn. All right. So I'm gonna let this ironclad lead the way. Make sure that there's nothing fishy in the water here. Oh, get it? Honestly, that wasn't the intent, but it happened. Gonna take a turn to repair the outer defenses. That's the best thing that I can do for this city. Because it doesn't need the seaport, but it really could suffer if it came under barbarian attack again under some strange reason. Let's build the art museum. I know that it's worth an envoy to build an archaeological museum, but I don't need to, and I don't like archaeologists. It's really not worth it for my culture. I mean, I guess I should build one somewhere, but... You know what? I might as well. Let's go ahead and build an archaeological museum in here. It'll only take me 8 turns, and then I can get an archaeologist out of here. And Zaged. Let's get an amphitheater. We have lots of envoys to send. Amani is in Granada. We're probably going to recruit a great musician at some point. 24 turns. As a matter of fact, we could actually buy our medieval walls now. I think I'll save my faith for those inner city purchases, or the city center purchases. Oh, actually, Pericles is suzerain of Mitla without Amani there. Oops. So let's become suzerain of Granada. So I'm suzerain of them. Let's become suzerain of Mitla. In a couple turns, actually, we just finished our government, didn't we? Which reduced the cost of levying city-states. So let's levy the military of Mitla. 300 gold. Okay. And then the one of Granada. Right? 120 gold. So now I am guaranteed to be suzerain of both Mitla and Granada for a good while. Should I actually re-levy the military? I've already levied the military. It's not run out yet. But yeah, I like this plan. I like this game overall. This has been an interesting one. I don't think that many people think look at Matthias and think, oh yeah, that's a diplomatic victory. But that's what I thought when I saw him. Obviously, he has a very good military game. But the levying situation, and it's a different way to play a diplomatic victory. I've never done this whole, like, let's go ahead and get a bunch of gold and then levy a bunch of militaries. But it's working out so far. Obviously, getting a religion would have been nice, but I don't think that we really had the ability to. Like, we were so far behind. Okay, so expropriation. We are producing a settler right now. So let's take expropriation. What was I saying? Yeah, we were just so far behind early in the game that it really just didn't make sense to try and get a religion. We needed to take this city from Sweden. We had other objectives, so I'm not crying any tears over it. We'll get our seaport in here. Those are worth a bunch of gold. Honestly, I think in here, maybe it's just worth it to try and impress Tamar to get an alliance. Because what good is a seaport going to do in there? Not very much, I'll tell you. We do have more envoys to commit. Do I really need to commit them anywhere? I don't think so. I think I just work on trying to become suzerain of the next city-state. And I think I will... Here's the thing. I'm about to settle a couple of cities. So I might actually hold off on sending this trader anywhere. I might just move that trader to one of those cities and then make a trade route to, say, Spain, because that's worth food and production and some gold to help get those cities online faster. Which also means maybe I should build another trader out of here. Oh, I can't. I literally can't. Okay. I don't have anything to do with this military. Oh, I do have a settler from Mitla. I guess that's not my settler. But Mitla went to war with somebody and stole a settler. That's pretty great. Okay, so we're gonna move this one here. We're gonna move this one here. They're both gonna have to share that one land tile for a second, so it's just gonna delay. I'll pick the one that has the further to go. So actually, let me just unqueue the movement on that one. Just go ahead and explore somewhere, it doesn't matter. And you can stay in the waters here and protect the trader that I'm about to send out here. All is well. And just follow that. Okay. She wants to buy my niter. No, no thanks. I'm not gonna let you buy a military and then attack me. Not that that would ever succeed, but whatever. I'm actually gonna move this horse over here so that I can use the Limitine. As a matter of fact, I might as well move this iron, or this swordsman, this Iron Man. I'm gonna fortify here and then just move here and put to sleep. This can fortify. This settler can skip its turn. This caravel can come just sit in the waters. And there's the next turn. 5 more turns to the statue. I've got my eye on that. And I'm gonna bring this horse probably this way. Settle that city. I should probably settle that city first, yeah, and then come settle the coal one last. Yeah, there's Sweden's second city of the game, which is great. Okay, so we have a caravel over here. That's really dangerous, actually. I need to move back immediately. I didn't realize there was a caravel here. Ooh, I got lucky, basically. 480 points toward wonder construction. Are there any other wonders that I need to build? I don't know, but this gives every ley line +1 production, which just makes so many of my cities in my empire very, very good. I think it's time to back off of the Statue of Liberty before I forget to do this. Skip your turn. This settler's going to move 1 over. This one's going to move up. And then we will work on settling both of those cities. This guy. What do I do with this guy? I'll probably keep him in the capital and then just try to churn something out of the capital. As a matter of fact, once we finish the thermal bath, then we can work on that hydroelectric dam. Yeah, so she's announced me because she wants to go to war with me. And she thinks she has a better military than I do for some reason. I'm not going to trade him niter either. So we actually won the Nobel Prize in Physics, even though I wasn't paying attention. And that was actually by the skin of my teeth. So we got a tech boost, and we increased the accumulation of resources in cities with the university by 1. Okay. No dipple points, though. Get out of my way. We're going to build the theater square there. I'm going to take a shot against this caravel. And then I'm going to move over here and take a shot against this caravel. We're going to meanwhile skip the turn of that settler. I think I will maximize my chances of these cities by settling them both on the exact same turn. So I will skip a turn for this city. This one can't build at Seaport because there's barbarians in the area. So what was next on the agenda? Basically nothing. Like, gives me +1 from adjacent district. Yeah, I think that this city just does harbor shipping now. We wait until projects need to happen and then we plug them in that city. I'm going to skip the turn on this because there's a barbarian in the area. Oh man, so many notifications. Okay, so Tamar wants to condemn Spain's religion. So Spain's religion is... Tamar has no Diplo favor. So what does that do for me? Who has the most diplomatic favor? Currently Pedro has the most diplo favor, and he is Eastern Orthodox. So there's a chance that he votes Eastern Orthodoxy. Maybe I vote to try to condemn Catholicism. Yeah, let's try to vote to condemn Catholicism. I really don't know what I'm doing with this one. Okay, so I can get the Nobel Peace Prize by generating Diplo favor, which I will win, so that's great. And Christina and Pedro both want great person points. So they probably want great scientist. What special zones do they have? She has a science. And I bet he has a science somewhere. He has a campus, yeah. So I think great scientist is probably the way to go here. Still no world leader, so I can't vote for myself, so I might as well plug a bunch of Diplo favor into these and try to win them. I'm going to put more Diplo favor into this one because this is the one that I'm less certain about. Yeah, I like that. We'll see what I do. Oh, we got a golden age. And we got our vote for Catholicism, but we actually lost this one. And how much did we lose by? We lost by 1 vote. And we won this by a lot of votes. So that was actually not the best allocation of resources. Oh well, we got the Nobel Peace Prize passed. And I'm generating the most Diplo favor in the game, I believe. Yeah, I'm generating 11 per turn and he's generating 6 per turn, which is just fine with me. We can make a dedication for the Golden Age. I think this is probably a good place to call it off. Seems pretty natural to just jump into the Golden Age in the next video. So thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.